Hey guys, I'm out here for lunch. Yeah. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're doing fine. I'm also doing fine. Uh-huh. So, story time. I went to church after church for lunch and it was nice. It was amazing. Yeah. Okay, so story time. Hey, I don't know if I know maybe some of you have experienced this kind of scenarios where the like you okay, you got born again, yes, but you're not that kind of how do I call it? Okay, you don't look like you are a die-hard Christian or something. So usually it's so easy for people to misinterpret you and to judge you and make you fit in a box that doesn't belong to you. Such instances tend to happen, even not leave alone, even being born again or something of the sort. But just there's a way sometimes you just get to be judged. Someone looks at you and judge you without even knowing you. Yes, so I want to share with you stories based on that. I've come across instances whereby someone just look at you and judge you, not bad in a bad way, but there's a way they categorize you in a way. Yes. So, um, for instance, what I can say I've encountered a lot is like someone meets you and then when they get to know you and they get to know that you are born again Christian, you get some comments like, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm not even doing anything odd. Like, let me say, it's not that maybe I'm dressing indecently or I'm behaving funny, but just someone looks at you and say like, oh no, I don't know, pretty ladies, it's very rare to find pretty ladies who are born again and things like that. Yo, come on, guys. Nowadays, there are a lot of pretty women out here who are pretty for Christ. They're born again. Yes, yes. And this judgment thing should stop. Yeah, it should stop. It doesn't mean that when you are born again, now you should look like problems. You should look like you are suffering. You should look like you didn't eat supper. You didn't eat last night supper. It looks like you didn't take breakfast. You don't even oil your face. You don't. I don't know. Yo, we should not be putting Christian or being born again. Like meaning if you're born again, then you don't need to look good. No, that thing should just stop because hizo ni zile enzi za kitambo. Zile enzi za kitambo yo. So the judgment of which someone looks at you and say like, no, I don't know, beautiful ladies are not born again. Beautiful ladies are just for the world. No, not all of us are that way. Yes. So uh, that one, I'll just go straight to some of the encounters. Like, let me say you find you the first time you get to meet someone, you interact, not so much, but just hi, and then maybe say in a setup, like let me say in a school setup, for instance, campus, you see you will meet this person any other time, maybe when you're going to classes or you're from classes, all that shughlis will happen to meet people and you get to find someone tells you maybe later after you've known each other like, oh, I didn't know you are this nice, nilikuwa nakuona tu na kaka slay. ulikuwa na kaka slay nini nini. And I was like, oh, okay. ah And my cue at that time, even in my campus days, I rarely used makeup. Leave alone right now. By the way, my makeup is by Charlotte Moore. There's a lady called Charlotte Moore. She does nice makeup. Yes, so yes, so those are some of the instances that get to happen. Yeah. Yes, so I'm going to give you the juice of this story, and I don't know if the affected people will see. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Somehow in my life, I've just been happening to be in a coincidence where I'll get nominated or appointed for Christian leadership in a way. Yes, from primary to primary, high school, really? No, not high school. And campus, yes. So in primary, you find that maybe if the school area, if it's whether it's a Christian, it's a Christian, yes, denomination, whether it's a Catholic denomination or Pentecostal, you find there's a way to this leadership, whatever, they just follow me. Kama sasa ni follow tu vitu tu za kuokoka okoka, church, they'll just follow me. So in primary, I got to be elected. I was in a Catholic school, so I was elected vice chair of, was it was a YMCA. Okay, what we used to do is like we used to plan for the Sunday services. Like for Saturdays, we'll go to church, we'll check out things, then we get to know the program, and then that Saturday evening we have to plan the songs that are going to be sung, who will be dancing, up to the offering and all that, and it yeah, it was amazing. We created memories. It was beautiful. When I got to high school, I got to be elected to be CRE representative. CRE representative. Yeah, I didn't have leadership per se, because in high school, what was happening, it was like we were campaigning. So you go, you put your name there, and then you campaign for that seat. And I told myself, no, I'm not going to campaign for anything. So I was elected CRE representative, and I was a CRE representative from Form 1 up to Form 4. Yes. After that, in campus, there's a time when I was in year 2. Is it year 2? I was elected part in the CU, and there was also this evangelistic teams net. So in the campus, there's Christian Union, but it has evangelistic teams under it. So the Christian Union, they elected me for marketing and editorial. We were doing some magazines and selling some things that belong from the editorial board, but under Christian Union. And then under Christian Union, same, but under the evangelistical team, I got to be appointed to be the vice chair. So the vice chair is like the mom. Yeah, it's mom, like mom, because you are in charge of the welfare and and all that missions. You get to plan about them and how to go about them and all that. So here is the scenario. When I was called for to be appointed for those roles, I was like, I'm not even like doing everything as it should be. As in, I'm not attending every fellowship. I'm not attending every. There used to be brother and sisters fellowship. There used to be, I don't know, Keishas. There used to be, yeah, it is everything. Yes. So even for the ETs, I wasn't like a diehard goer. I would go. I would go some days. Sometimes some days I won't be going. Same even to the activities, even the brothers and sisters activities, the keishas. So I really had to ask myself, hey, God, ah, so so when that guy called me, he's called Daniel. I don't know if he's able to see this. Hi, Dan. He gave me a call, And at the same time, there's a friend also called Novesh. Hi, Novesh. Those two guys gave me a call, and okay, it was at around almost the same range of time, but different intervals. They called me and they was like, hey, hi Immaculate, nini 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 nini, you've been appointed, nini 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 nini. And I said, okay. Are you sure it's me? Have you not seen anyone else? So I was wondering, like, I'm not even, I'm not even a die hard one. Okay, like you get what I mean. What I can say is just the grace of God is the one which has been sustaining me. It's just the grace of God, not by my effort. This is what I'm trying to really say. It has never been my effort, by my work, like uh, doing this, attending everything, no. And also, not that I was not attending them by intentionally. It's just that maybe I was okay in campus. I was doing business, kinda little, so I was a little bit engaged in a business, but also pia sikuwa ati die hard sana was I loved God, yes. I was having also personal time with God, yes, all that I was doing, but I was not the hard, die hard, ule up in every activities, everything. So I was surprised, like, so I was this, how did they notice me? Kutoka hiyo, unaonanga ile the one you feel hivi, and they told me God does not choose the, how is it said? God does not choose the qualified, He qualifies the chosen. Yes, so that's what happened. So yes, I started serving, and as I was serving, we're having meetings and all that and all that. But even before I started serving, obviously there's that orientation and all that, and I got to heard of some stories that some people was if you're that person, okay, I don't know who that person is till now, but if you're that person, it's just a story I'm telling you. I'm not laughing at you or anything. They were saying that, oh, I'm wearing trousers, so I can't be a good vice chair. Okay, and so I heard how it was said. So they said, no, should not look at that, nini, and all that. Anyway, ikakuja ikaisha. So during the serving period, there's always two period. Interim, there's that one you serve for interim, and then there's another one now, official. So for the interim is the period where they'll see how you've served, and then if you're going to for another, now for the year to be taken for, maybe let me say year 2026 to year 2027, they'll get to sit down and again look at how you've served and check, is it okay you continue, ama someone else will fit in your shoes. So I continued for the both of the roles. Yes, and the meetings were amazing, and they were good. So you also get to find, even through that, someone get to tell, oh, before I got to know you, I thought you were this, but I got to learn that, hey, you're this. Okay, by the way, guys, don't be judging people, okay? Don't be judging people. Like, usione tu mtu, don't just see someone and you just huyu anakaa hivi ako maringo. No, hatuna maringo, mimi sina maringo. Those other people hawana maringo. Yeah, so don't judge, be quick to judge people, give people grace, get time to know them. Yeah, at least with that you'll be able to see how good they are. Ama maybe if you get to see they're bad, then that's when hey. So when it was time for commissioning, leave alone commissioning, let me go back kidogo. So when I would also join the praise and worship, but I was not also how do we call them, staunch. I was not so staunch in attending the activities and everything, and the practice and everything. So there's this day Aki, by the way, it's good to be your sister's keeper. So there's this day we're going for, after the practice, then you'll go sing there. It was Kesha, Friday Kesha. So we'll go sing, and then I don't know, it was the leader or rather a friend. And she told me that, I don't know, they said all the praise and worshipers to go. I don't know, something like that. And me, I just went there. Yes, I was on trouser. I didn't know, Kumbe, you're not supposed to sing on top there with trousers. And so later, so after the service, there's a friend of mine who called me and told me, "Oh, Mark, you know, nini, nini, nini," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." Yeah, so that's when I got to know, oh, anyway. So now we are on the mission ground, and people are doing introduction. Okay, like we were with a group of ladies. Now we were doing introduction, and everyone was just like, "Hi, sisters. I'm sister blah blah blah, nini 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 hivyo." Eh, it reached my turn. I was like, "Hi guys." And during that period, I was also nicknamed. I was nicknamed Mr. Balcony. Mr. Balcony. Ah. Yeah, so okay, I'm kind of a person who, okay, by then I wasn't stressing so much. I was just flowing, and then, you know, we've been raised differently, so ah, yes. So there was a time it got hot, and now I was on a blazer top and a skirt. It was not really a long blazer; it was short, somehow like this, up to this point. Now when it got hot, I removed my blazer and was having a top with the sleeves. Sleeves. It was not showing anything. It was just okay. Sleeves here like this, a white one, but it was not a long sleeve or like this. It was thin. Uh, do you know the sleeve tops? Yes. So I had someone telling me, hey, I think you should wear your blazer because I've heard some people say ni utaangusha brothers. Yo, what was that? Eh? Where? Okay, according to me, I was like, it's hot. Why should I be putting on the blazer and it's hot? And it's not like the top I'm wearing is no hand ama nini. Eh? I didn't know kumbe ilikuwa tu unaekelea blazer ni nini. So napata vitu kaa hizo, mtu nakuja unajua mdogo mdogo ukielezewa. Ah. Well, okay. Yeah. So what I can say, sometimes it gets to be like maybe how you perceive something, someone does not perceive it that way. So instead of you judging them or doing what, you can just walk to them and tell them, oh, I think here you're supposed to put a blazer and yeah, because me sijui, because yeah, me I've been a Christian and all that. I've been raised from a Christian background and all that, but now I didn't know hizo zingine za you know. Yeah, so I got to learn also about them, because I also got to learn that even the mission ground, but that one I had learned before I go to the mission. We were told when you go to the mission, don't carry trousers. As in, you're going for evangelism, you won't be wearing trousers. because you see, the community, some people won't perceive it very well, so you get to find some things like that. You just learn, and you get to be flexible with them, because maybe someone will see you like that, and they say, hey, well, huwezi tuhubiria injili. Unaona, so you just, when you go to romance, you do the romance too. You, in that case, when you're going for evangelism, we're going to the villages and all that. And on that story, let me give you a story. So you know, when you go to evangelize and you reach, we're going like door to door. You reach a place, someone's house, they welcome you, and then others, after they welcome you, they'll give you food. Yes, they give you food. Hey, we are eating, man. So you find yourself, you've eaten in this house, you go to another house again, you're going to eat and all that. But now the thing was, you don't eat when you just arrive. After you arrived, you read the word, you tell them about Jesus, you tell them how our Redeemer came to save us and all that. Yes. And then after telling them the word, after sharing, and then if there's someone who wants to be born again, after that, that's when you can fellowship, you can swallowship. Yes. But some instance we just say, oh no, thank you. And you also find that even during the mission, after we've identified some homesteads that maybe, let me say, they were struggling financially, we'll give report at the end of the day, and you find, when you're going to the next day, we go to visit them with something. Yes. On the same note, you'll find that let me say, you've gone to the mission, maybe you've gone with someone, and maybe that person, the area, if the area you've gone, maybe they speak either Lua, Manduya, something like that, or that the dialect that they're speaking, or maybe Kikuyu or Meru. So if you're going with someone who doesn't know that language, or if you've gone and you don't know the language that is being spoken there, so there's this scenario, we're going with someone, and then she was not understanding the language, you know. So it depends. Sometimes she gets to doze off. Those among funny instances. Other instances where maybe you go to a certain homestead and those guys chase you away. They literally chase you away. Yeah, so it was an amazing part. Others, when you go, they receive you so well, you get to be blessed. Yes, you pray together. Even God does his miracles. Yes, like I can remember there was an area we went. There's a time we went to Kisiland, and there's an area we went, and that Baba welcomed us so well, and he told us about Psalms 126, whereby you sow in tears but you reap in joy. Yes, and he really encouraged us. It was amazing, and at that point I also got to pray, and I got to see my kind of vision, my own way. I didn't know it was preparing us for the next homestead that we're going there. And when we went to the next homestead, but that is a testimony. We went to the next homestead, and that we found that Mama, she was sewing. She was she was picking the tea leaves. So we told her, we are this and this, this and this. We are from this and this. We're here to spread the gospel and all that. And she was happy to see us. She told us that the husband was a pastor, but he passed on, and she has been staying with her son, and the son has been unwell for the longest time. 38 years. For 38 years, the son has never walked. He has just been on his limbs. I don't know what they did to that guy, but for 38 years, he never walked. Yes, so he said that he was praying that one day people will come to her homestead, and maybe then God will do something. So that day we went there, we saw the guy, and we started praying. The guy was possessed, kinda. We prayed, we prayed, and God answered. Guess what? That guy stood up. Me, that story still I'm still in awe on that story up to this day. As in, God can use you as his vessel to do his will. Yes. So that guy, we were praying, and that guy stood up. First, when he stood up, his sisters came, and he was like, eh, he was like, now he's more careful, more keen about himself, because even the clothes that he was wearing, they were a bit torn, they were not so okay. So he got back to his senses. He was like, ni kama ako sawa, nikataka jifiche, and then akasimama akakimbia kwanza. So when he ran, we followed him. Alikuwa tu ni kama ako shocked, mixture of a lot of things were happening to him. Hey, so we took him. We were with the other guy. We were with, I don't know how many, 3 men and I were 4. Yes, so we prayed with him, and it was amazing. During the crusade, the mama came and gave testimony, and we just gave God the glory. And what I can say is that God can use anyone for his glory. God can use even you for his glory. Yes, as long as you just try with him, God can use you even to heal the sick. He's a faithful God. We saw miracles. We saw God doing things. It was just so amazing. I don't really know. That mission, that is one of the missions that I really, it has really stuck on my mind. Like, God, you use me as a vessel that day in a way that even myself was shocked. Yes. So, yeah, God is a faithful God. Okay. Let's skip that story. After the mission, we went back to the campus and continued the activities and the events and all that. But what I can say is that we really serve a faithful God. God who hears his people, the desires of our hearts. Sometimes you may see that maybe things are not going the right way, but we can just say like delay is not a denial. And rejection sometimes is just God protecting you, redirecting your way, your path. Yes. Yeah. That's what me I can just say. Because a situation may delay, some situation may delay, but God has something. God knows how. Maybe something better is coming, or He has planned for you something good, but He is redirecting your path. Yeah, that's what I can say. So also another thing that I can also say, it's also good to work with mentors, have people who can mentor you, who can hold your hands in this journey of faith, so that they encourage you, they enlighten you, you see things in a wider perspective, you see things in a general view, not only in your own angles, but even the angles of the third party, how the other person is seeing something, perceiving, and all that. And even just getting to be aware of your environment, to be aware of what you're doing, how is it going to affect the people who are around you, is it positive, is it negative, and all that. As much as you be yourself, but also you be aware of what's happening around you. Yeah. So in conclusion, what I can say is that God sees the heart of a person, and sometimes God take his time to mold that person into the vessel that you want that person to be. Because when you see Timothy, we have been told that in my house there are many vessels, some of wood, some of charcoal, some of clay, some of gold, some of silver. So same way, when God has molded you, God can mold you and you be a vessel of honor. And when you're a vessel of honor, you'll be ready to spread the gospel, to fill other people's cup, to be kind to others, to live your purpose. Yes. Yeah. And even the people that are easily judged, I can say that they're the sweetest people on earth. Yeah. Just that maybe sometimes they don't know better, or maybe sometimes you, the one judging them, you don't know better. You don't know them better. Yes. So in conclusion, this is a story about faith and growth, and yeah, faith and growth in wider perspective, and yeah, how just being a Christian can lead. Yes, also another thing that I'll also like to add is having a personal relationship with God is an amazing thing. It's so amazing because when you get to have time for prayer, for devotion, you get to have time to serve God, not serve God per se in church or something, but even in the society. There's a way that God knows your heart. God sees your heart, and He'll reward you. Yes, He'll reward you. So having a relationship with God is so good. Having a close relationship. Yeah, taking Him as your father is amazing, and taking Him as your best friend whom you can tell anything. Yeah, you just tell God, hey God manze, mi naeka hapa viti mbili, kiti ingine ni yako. Hebu let's talk. Hebu niambie sasa juu hii situation tunafanyaje? Tunafanyaje juu hii situation? Wewe unaona hii na hii na hii naenda hivi na hivi na hivi. How do we go about it? Or even sometimes you just get angry. Just get angry manze. You tell God, hii hapana, nimekataa. Nimekataa. You don't get angry with God, but you get angry with that situation. You just refuse. You refuse to be stagnant. You refuse to be in that situation. Yes, unakataa. Tunaambiwa those who take the kingdom is being taken by violence. Eh? Hata sometimes mapepo zingine bemelezi unakataa. Lakini mimi nitanafaa nianze kukasirika nayo, nikasirike niseme this mountain I don't want to hear. I want to move it from here to here, from here to there. Yeah, nafaa nikasirike kwa sababu saa zingine saa zingine unaona ni kama God asikii but anasikia. He's a faithful God. We say nothing catches God by surprise. Yes, you should learn to trust in Him. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. Thank you for staying up to this time. If you are still around, thank you so much. And if you've not subscribed, please don't forget to. You can also comment, yes, and also share your views. Thank you for staying here with me. It's your girl, Makuma Love. Bye.